Hello. So we are about to check out of the Grand Floridian. We have been here for 4 days, and so we wanted to take a moment and give you our impressions having stayed here for several days. So let's start with the good things, and then we'll talk about the bad things and the very unpleasant thing.
One of the great things is the location. It's a great spot. The views are pretty good. From our room, we can look out into the lake and see the water. It's pretty calming and reflective. The patio is nice. It's not too big where you don't have a lot of room to maneuver, but it's pretty nice out there. Also, the room itself is pretty well furnished and it's nice. It's nice.
The room is a two queen room with a tub and wheelchair accessible. There are lots of touches that we expect from Disney. Here you'll see little birds on this chandelier. How cute is that?
Is there a duck up there too?
A duck?
What's this first one right here?
Oh, that's a
Penguin.
penguin.
Okay.
Haha. So it's a bunch of birds and a penguin. And crown molding, just very, very pretty. It's really pretty. Now, I am not a fan of these tiny little shelves they keep putting there. CPAP users, like this is not acceptable. So I guess I'll be on this side. Not a ton of storage space in here, but and certainly enough for two people. And if you go four people, I'm sure you could work it out. Our names are on the television. That is always fun. These are very deep drawers, so I guess if you really needed to, you could probably do a drawer per person if you had four people. To the left of the door is a closet. On this side, you have low hanging as well as your extra pillows and blankets. And on the right, you have the shelving, the safe. I believe this is where the hairdryer lives. Yes, hairdryer and a handheld steamer. Thank you very much. There's also a list of items that you can get upon request. Bed rails, a blender, a high chair, a mixer, etc. So there are plenty of things there that are available should you need them. And we have our Keurig set up here with the ice bucket. The cups are up there.
Utensils are in there.
Utensils in the drawer.
And the fridge.
And the clear glass refrigerator. Very classy looking. I really like the look of this hotel. You can see that this is a connecting room, and so this is where we've conveniently stashed our luggage. Here is the couch. It does pull down to become a fifth sleeper. It's a lovely little table there with my glasses on it. The microwave is over here on the table. I will say our friend Jen LaForge did a review of a similar room. I think hers was a roll-in shower. We have it in one of our playlists. And it seemed to me very awkward the way they had done the microwave, but it doesn't actually bother me here. I mean, it does take up your desk space, so if you needed a desk space, you could use this little table. I think maybe the existence of the table is why it's not bothering me that the desk space is being taken up by the microwave. But obviously, the normal spot for the microwave would be on top of the Keurig, but there certainly would not be, that would be way too high for someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So now, what might be the best thing about this room, besides the easily accessible rails there for the curtains, is this view. Come on, look at this. Look at this. I bet I'm going to be able to see that water parade thing they do. Let's go outside. This was unlocked. Let's go outside. Oh, like, come on. Now, we are here on what might be the coldest day of the year in Florida, but it is still lovely. Look at this view. It's fantastic. You can see the Polynesian over there. I saw some crane type birds earlier. I don't know if it's hurricanes. I don't know birds. Really pretty chairs. And of course, it is accessible.
As you see, I can get out here.
Even with his giant suitcase that I still haven't taken off the back of his chair. Terrible wife. Terrible wife.
Okay, we have a little bit of beachfront property because I can see the sand over there.
Now let's check out the bathroom. It has the pocket door, as Disney is well known for. And we come in, and we did get a room with a tub. And you'll see the gold features. You'll also see that the handles are nice and low, as well as a
overhead one.
Thank you. And the soap and shampoo is at a good height to be able to reach. And you'll notice it is not H2O. So I guess we are officially done with H2O. Now, Disney considers this a transfer bench. Anyone who knows what a transfer bench is supposed to be would know that that is a tub seat and not a transfer bench. But we are going to try that out and see, and hopefully that'll be sufficient for my husband because we are used to a transfer bench. That's the kind that would be half in the tub and half out. As you can see, there is a lovely vanity. There are some H2O products there, and those products are, you could take them home if you wanted to. And there's a roll under sink, of course.
For the person in the wheelchair so they can get under it. Of course, that's all we need. We need that to get under the sink. And everything looks like it's a good. Well, I may need to move that. But to get under the sink properly, why'd they put it right there, though? That's weird.
And of course, there are grab bars at the toilet on both in the back and on the side. There's also some nice low hooks and plenty of towels.
And it's pretty spacious, as most, I guess, handicap accessible rooms are. So you can swing around and have a lot of room to maneuver if you need to do that.
Even with his full luggage.
Maneuverability is pretty good. There's some small things that we could talk about a little bit later, but that's just from, I guess, my experiences in my chair.
But it's a good space. It's good distance to transportation. Easy walk to the monorail. Easy walk to the, and I mean like super easy.
Yeah,
to
just like right across the way over there.
Yeah, I mean, this is not Old Key West. This is not Saratoga Springs. This is not Port Orleans, Riverside.
Right.
This is like, it's not even Pop Century. Like, this is just so much more compact, which is nice. And it never felt crowded. I mean, it's a smaller resort, so it never felt crowded. And the buildings are beautiful. Oh, easy walk to the main building where you get the metro, where you get the monorail, and as well as pretty quick access, a little bit longer, but pretty quick access to the boat one as well. If you want to take the boat back and forth from Magic Kingdom, they took about the same amount of time, so pick your boys in there. Easy access to the mobile order restaurant, the Gasparilla Grill, where we could get a number of things.
Alrighty, just left my room. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I am headed towards Gasparilla Grill to get some grub.
They had more customizations in the app than other hotels we've experienced, so I appreciated that. So like when I needed to make things gluten-free and remove the bacon and stuff like that, we could do that right in the app and just go and pick up our order. Other hotels, we've had to go there and explain what we need, and it's been a pain. Particularly with the removing of the pork. That's always been like a difficult thing to do in the app. So appreciated that. It's the Grand Floridian. It has all of the pretty ambiance and the what you expect from the Grand Floridian. I saw a bride every single day. There's lots like
there's a lot of brides here.
Yeah. Lots of weddings happening or bridal photo shoots, one or the other. Shall we talk about the bad?
Yes, the bad. For me, in my wheelchair, when I try to maneuver, there are hardwood floors, but around the beds, the area rug would move, and so it would get caught in my wheels, and it would be hard to have to back up and go back and forth over trying to get it like to lie down flat. That would be an issue for somebody on their wheelchair.
Yeah, I would say if you're in a power chair, it's going to be a challenge. If you're in a manual, it's just going to be harder to push, just like any other carpet. If you're semi-ambulatory, it's a tripping hazard. So
Yeah.
be aware of that. We considered calling guest services and asking them to tape it down. We didn't end up doing that, although we probably should have, just to see what would happen. So just be aware of the carpet and plan accordingly. The second issue that I would bring up was the beds. So for me, they were very hard. Now they're both very low, which is actually a good thing, because usually when we come into a wheelchair accessible room, one of the beds will be ADA height and one will be taller, so then we don't actually get a choice in which bed we use. Here, both beds were low, so that was good. There's no way, without some help from guest services, that you could get a Hoyer under here. So if you need a Hoyer lift, you're probably going to have to ask them to lift it. Now, the type of base it is looks like they could lift it. So I think so you're just going to have to know that you're going to have to contact special needs and ask them to lift the bed, or, have your travel agent do it. But that is something that you'll need to consider if you are using a Hoyer lift, because it's pretty low. A third thing, which is small, but it kind of bugged me, was that we were not able to see the electrical water pageant from our room. Now, we had a lagoon view, which I thought meant we would be able to see it. Now, I'm not sure if they just didn't have it, like it's been pretty cold, maybe they don't do it when it's cold. Every night I looked for it, and every night it wasn't there. So I was pretty bummed out about that. The fourth problem that we had was that it was not the best in terms of soundproofing. We didn't hear a lot from the neighbors, so that was fine. But anytime the outside, we're on a corner, which was lovely because we could see out both ways when we're on the balcony. But every time that door's closed, the side door on the
Emergency door.
My face, I'm like Mike Wazowskiing you. Every time that door would close, we would hear it. If you were in the bathroom, you could even feel it. It wasn't super loud. I know that our friend Jen, when she was in one of the other rooms, she could hear her neighbor's phone ring. It wasn't that bad. But we definitely heard a lot of bangs and things. But honestly, it wasn't terrible.
The soundproofing wasn't as good as that. I guess this room could have been that way, because you don't hear when the neighbors took a shower, you could hear the shower going. And so that was like a downside. But sometimes it happens with rooms. Not all the rooms are the best soundproofing. Outside, it's not as you can hear, because the windows look double pane, but you still can hear like outside noise and like stuff like that. So it's just a small thing. But if it affects you for sleeping wise, you may want to consider thinking about asking them to do something about it.
So now let's talk about the ugly. We did the good, we did the bad. Now let's talk about the ugly. There's ants. On our last night here, we discovered that there were just tons of ants crawling along the floor.
Baseboard, yeah.
It was pretty gross. When we discovered it, it was really late, and we were exhausted, and I knew there was just no way that we would, like, what are they gonna do? Try to move us? I mean, there was nothing they were gonna be able to do about it. So I just had to sort of suck it up. I had some Lysol, which isn't a bug killer, but I decided to make it a little less pleasant for them, and maybe they go elsewhere. So, and we made sure we didn't have any food unwrapped or anything like that, but that was very unpleasant. And that has put kind of a damper on our opinion of the room, because last night I was just pretty skeeved out about the bugs. But hopefully that would not be a common experience. Again, it was cold, and so it's possible that the bugs were trying to come in because it's been so cold.
Right.
But the being on the first floor room, you're going to be subject to that a little more easily than in a higher building. But yeah, the bugs bugged me.
Yeah.
Would you stay here again?
Yes, I would stay here again. I would try to see if we had another room type. I know they have different accessible rooms, because there's one across the hall, but that looks like at the pool. So we'll see how that one, maybe if we come here again, see how that one is. Maybe that one will be better or not, I don't know. But yes, I would stay here again. The amenities, the location, the views, all of it's pretty good. So yeah.
don't know if I would, just because so this room is less points than the standard Grand Floridian rooms, and so that is a nice bonus. And I do think you have to go into it comparing these rooms to like the tower studios in the Riviera. You know, you're getting less of a room, but you're also paying less points, right? I might try a standard studio and see how that goes in the other building, but the other building is further away. But I've always kind of had attitude about Grand Floridian. The design is a little stuffy to me, so I might use my points elsewhere. Certainly if it was like this was the only thing left, like I would go there. And if somebody had always wanted to try the Grand Floridian and that's their vibe, yes, come here, absolutely. But it just felt a little. My father would have said hoity-toity. You know, it's just a little, which I don't feel about the Riviera. I can't explain why those two things are so different,
yeah.
but they are. So I would say for my points, take me back to the Riviera. But this is lovely. This is absolutely lovely.
And if you are considering trying to stay at one of the resorts or such, you could reach out to us at Brooke at vacationwiththemagic.com.
Yes, Brooke at vacationwiththemagic.com, and happy to help you reserve a room. Obviously, you know, if you are wanting to stay at the Grand Floridian and not using DVC, happy to help. If you are staying DVC but you still need things like tickets or shuttles and things of that nature, can still help you there as well. So please give us a call. And of course, if you have any questions about the Grand Floridian, please feel free to give us a comment and we will respond. As a brand new channel, we make sure we pay attention to every single comment, every single like. So we really appreciate you. And if you have questions or things that you'd like us to look at in future reviews, let us know. And the next time we do a room tour, we'll be sure to incorporate those things. So thank you so much for watching, and
thanks for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye.